ahead and get this up to a 400 grit belt finish, and then I'm going to scribe in my center lines, and then go ahead and grind my bevels. So all I was doing was making the steel darker so that when I go ahead and scratch in my center lines at around 20 thousandths thickness, I'll be able to see it really easily. Alright, so I've finished the primary bevel to a 400 grit belt finish. I don't really care about making it perfect since I'm going to have to grind it after heat treat anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and file in my sharpening choil and then drill the holes for the handle scales, whatever those end up being. So I can't grind a perfect radius with just the flat belt sander, so I'm using sandpaper wrapped around this drill, and I'm just looking to establish all fresh sanding marks along here, so that I know it's going to be a nice, smooth, comfortable radius. Alright, so right now I am planning out the holes that I'm going to drill for weight reduction. I just want this to be easy, and I want to leave enough material around the edges so that I don't want to get too close to the edge and then compromise the structural integrity of the handle. So we're preheating the kiln up to 1480 degrees. Then I'm going to get the knife in there, wait for it to heat up, and then quench in some preheated canola oil. We're going to double check that the steel is actually hard with a file by testing if we can file the surface. The file is very hard. Steel is successfully hardened. The file will not be able to bite into the steel. Wonderful. Alright, so now that the process of heat treating, or at least the quench, is done, it's the right time to make sure that it is successfully hardened. And the way we do that is using a file, making sure that it doesn't bite into the steel. Alright, so the handle material finally arrived. Picked up some canvas micarta. Should be great for this style of knife. So I'm going to go ahead and trace out the handle design, get it cut out, shaped, and then attached to this bad boy, cleaned up and polished. Alright, so the handle, it's about 95% of the way there. All the shaping is done, so now I'm going to disassemble it. And if you noticed, I didn't do any polishing or any removing of the scale from heat treating, because it really doesn't matter. It was going to get damaged while I was shaping the handle. But now that the handle's basically done, it's time for me to go ahead and get this hand sanded up to about an 800 grit finish. So most of the hard part is done. This is just like the final polishing and refining, making it look pretty. Doesn't look like a turd. So we're going to be electrochemically etching the new logo on there. After cutting the template, I'm going to get that stuck on there and put some of this water droplet bubble on there. And then when I run a current through that, it'll actually eat into the metal. But where it won't eat into is where my stencil is. Alright, so we are all done. This is the kind of bushcraft style blade. With any luck, I'll be testing this in the Sierra not too long with some trout and some camping. So yeah, looking forward to torture testing it, kind of seeing how well I did with the new kiln heat treat method.